Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, I'll be discussing my thoughts on episode 4 of the anime series Arslan Senki TV, Fuujin Ranbu. And this was actually another pretty kick-ass episode, one that surprised me in its action-y elements toward the end of the episode. I thought this was largely going to focus on diplomacy, with Arslan and his posse making their way to the port city of Gilan and having to talk to the head of the city to try to, make for basically allied effect, in Arslan's now having to, the mission statement, he unfortunately has to follow as per Daddy's request, or order, I should say, Andragoras, to amass 50,000 men and not come back until he does so. And of course, he's going to this guy, Pelagius, who is just an ass kiss, a douche nozzle of world renown, sobbing that his armed forces could not be at Ecbatana's side in their time of need because of pirates and all this kind of stuff. And we're introduced to an old friend of Narcissus, Shagad, who, as soon as they introduced each other, or rather were reintroduced, I should say, it reminded me so much of the scene in The Empire Strikes Back between Han Solo and Lando Calrissian. I'm like, okay, this guy's bad news. They're all chummy now, but what is, where's that other foot gonna drop? And sure enough, the slavery thing and Arslan being very, adamant about trying to change the world for the better, abolish slavery, the honorable and the moral thing and the compassionate thing. And here is a guy who's making his living as a merchant, and so already you can see that the butting of heads that's going to follow is going to be pretty, tantamount to whatever is going to happen next. I have a feeling that there's going to be plenty of excuses as to why the people of Gilan may, at least, sort of the bureaucrats, the people who are running the place, the merchants, and this Pelagius guy, there's going to be plenty of excuses as to why they can't come a-calling and aid Arslan in this effect of amassing these troops and such like that. But I think there might be allies in the midst after all, because you have Captain Graze, who is, they basically see, after they've been told about the pirates and everything, here is one of their merchant vessels trying to make its way back to the city, and it's coming under attack, and it was just all kinds of badass seeing Ferengis and Giev, among others, especially Daryun, opening a can of whoop-ass, helping Graze's ship, basically fending off the attacks of the pirates. It was all kinds of badass. Daryun for the win, most definitely. And here are these pirates who, they don't even know who he is. As soon as they find out, they're like, oh, crap. Some spare shorts had to be changed, and no doubt after the end of that scene. And, overall, it was just a kick-ass episode. Even the more comedic elements with Alfred, once again insisting that she is Narcissus' wife, and this putting them in good with the Zot clan, even though her brother, I guess he was the guy who was guiding the blind girl, that Silver Mask, we saw the flashback to his past in the previous episode. He's off on his own, he's doing his own thing, and Alfred doesn't understand why he can't prioritize and lead the Zot clan the way he's supposed to. Yeah, this coming from a girl who wants nothing to do with the clan and wants to just follow Narcissus around. If that isn't the pot calling the kettle black with red stripes, I guess. But how this is going to affect Arslan and whether or not he will be successful in amassing these troops, and if he'll have to seek beyond the borders of Pars, this entire kingdom, maybe crossing the sea to try to find allies elsewhere, allies abroad. It could be highly intriguing, that, and it'll be interesting to see, if they have to go to sea, if they have to mount sort of a seaborne rebellion, if you will. It'll be interesting to see whether or not Arslan and his posse have their sea legs, because, of course, as we find in this episode, this is Arslan's first time witnessing with his own eyes the ocean, the vastness of the sea. And there's something charming and awe-inspiring about that. Here is a young prince who has come so far, and yet he is, basically is still standing up to the fact that he still has further to go. And much as every human being who is frail and, is basically prone to accidents and learning, on that journey of learning, making mistakes along the way, he knows that every day yields more potential to learn and grow and broaden his horizons. And I just love the embodiment of that. His mission is to bring back peace and bring a sense of equality to Ekbatana, this kingdom, to unite all of these vast cities. And he's got people who are trying to get in the way and trying to stop him, but he has his tried and true allies, Daryun, Alfred, Give, Ferengis, all of these characters that are in the background that you truly feel that he is well and truly supported. And of course, this voiced also by Narcissus in his confrontation with Shagad. I love that we see once again Narcissus is wholeheartedly dedicated to the cause, and it troubles him that Shagad is so fickle and has changed and not for the better. So to see that, all of this is ramping up the way it is, it has me highly curious to see what's going to happen next. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought of episode 4 of Arslan Senki TV, Fuujin Ranbu, if you've seen it as well. If you enjoyed it as much as I did, if you thought it was action-packed and all kinds of kick-ass, as I did as well, and got a couple laughs out of you as it did me. Anything goes in the comments below, love it or hate it. I just love having that conversation. So yeah, otherwise it'll be pretty much it for me on this. Hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.